What's up, good people? Mambo, Maxi Daniel here. I come with a very grateful heart. I'm very happy. So when we did our first introductory video, we were at 24 subscribers, but then right now we are at 56. As we speak right now, as I speak right now, we are at 56, meaning we've added subscribers, and all thanks to you. So thank you all so much for keeping up with me and being so amazing and coming over to watch the introductory video. So as I said, we'll have very awesome conversations right here, and I really just want to dive into the conversation. Chublu, like just get into the conversation. So today I want to talk about family. Yeah, the most controversial conversation after sex is family, because family members have shaped what we are today, both in good and bad ways. Yeah, you'll find this conversation, I first started it on my status on WhatsApp. For those who have my number and were watching here, I started this conversation on my status, and I asked people what are those most toxic moments that you've had with your family, and people gave me different reactions. People said how they had failed, and they had did the exams and apparently failed, or didn't reach that mark that their parents or their moms or dads expected them to reach. And it was a very sad conversation, because it reached a moment where some people are even saying that the moment their parents realized that they were queer, or they belonged to the LGBT community, they were chased away from home, and they had to live in the streets and all that. And they went through different types of experiences. Now let me tell you a personal story with my family. So as I said in the introductory video, I am firstborn of seven. That is, my mom, my biological mom, gave birth to 5 children. That is my brother and my sisters. We're like 4 girls and 1 brother. Then my dad remarried after my mom's death. So the other lady gave birth to 2 kids. That is a girl and a boy. So we are 7, all of us. Yeah. So that makes us 7. And while growing up, being a firstborn, my dad had the tendencies, or the need to constantly remind me that if I fail as the firstborn, then automatically my siblings will fail. I don't know if that happens or happened to you, but for me, that's how I was raised. And it made me really uptight. You see, I was so uptight about things, and I would do things in such a robotic way, like wake up, do this, do that, come. There was no freedom. I was like, how do I put it? I was like in a tight spot all the time. You see, even through my high school life, for those who saw me grow in high school, and they knew there was a way I was just uptight about everything. And I would not play with boys, because my father would say, if you play with a boy, you'll get pregnant. And getting pregnant meaning you'll have embarrassed the entire family. That pregnancy will just be yours, but it will be for the rest of us. And when you get pregnant, your other sisters automatically will get pregnant. So you see, now I grew up with that fear of not wanting to ruin for my siblings, especially my sisters. I didn't want, can you imagine if I get pregnant? Now my father will become a grandfather at 16, and then now you can imagine all that, yeah? So I grew up really uptight, yeah? Until I cleared Form 4, and I was 19 at that time when I cleared Form 4. So I had looked for a job. Actually, I didn't even look for it. So my best friend Sharon, the mom, had organized a job for me somewhere. So I was working in a bookshop at that particular time. And so one time my boss is like, sit when the Evo knacks, and then we just go and eat nyama choma, and then we come back. Then I'm like, why not? So we went to Nax. Hey, you guy, my phone ikazima. In this head of mine, I knew very well my dad doesn't pick strange calls. So here, see, I did not call him. Then something didn't tell me to text this father of mine. I did not also text him. You guy, my guy, the next day we wake up, we slept by day kwa kina my boss. He's a big shout out to him. Biashara yake ni Ona Sasa Bookshop in Nairobi. So we slept at his place with the mother and the brothers and like it was a whole family thing. So we went back to Nairobi the next day. So tumefika kazini, and then I switch on my phone and I find texts, and I find I tried calling news, and I find missed calls before simu izime, and I find yani my dad had texted and called and everything. So I was like, this man was just worried. Hey, so simi I endelead with job. I just worked. My friend come. I looked for him actually when I switched on my phone. I found all those. Then I called him. He did not pick up. Then I texted where I had been and everything that happened. He did not reply. So come evening, I went home. At that time, I was still staying with my dad. So I went home. That was the last time I went home. Nilifika, msee, hapo kwa mlango niliambiwa never come back. And I left. It's not like I was like sijui nini. Me, I left. I'm 19. I'm earning, how much was I earning? 7,000. I'm earning 7,000. I feel like I can get a nyumba ya 2K and survive. Ya mabati 250 Kokayole. So why not? You see. See, I left. That was like the moment I knew but things zinaweza kuwa tough. You see. So I called my family members. I called my aunts, my mom's sisters. At that time, my mom is already dead, by the way. She had died like 2 years earlier. So I called my mom's sisters like, hello, ni aje dada amenifukuza sina mahali pa kuenda. Hey, ni aje. There was a guy I was dating at that time. I called him and I'm like, ni aje, tipwa sana. Ati uko, ati kwa nyumba. So mzae has just me out of the house. I don't know if you can help. Even ndo venye alizima pia yeye. And then he said, if you're a good girl, as you always claim to be, why is it that your father chased you out? Meaning you did something wrong. I am out. So I called like so many of my aunts and my uncles. I called so many people. Wenye ni familia. None of them responded. I had to call now my best friend Sharon. I was like, niaje, nikubaya. And do you know now? This is where I realized that there are some people who do not have to be blood. They don't have to be like your sibling. They don't have to be like your aunt or your uncle to accommodate you. So this girl told the mom about what had happened. The mom was like, akuje, haraka, atenda wapi ni saa 4 usiku. And I stayed at Akina Sharon's place for like 4 months. Until I was able to like stand on my own and I moved out. You see? So sometimes, as much as people like to say that blood is thicker than water, some of us have experienced it hard, that we wouldn't want to, we'd rather have these friends who became family than have our actual family members. Because even after I had become better and I had myself, it's been 6 years by the way since then, and I had a life, and I'm working somewhere better and things are doing well for me. It's when the family members now started calling me. They were like, uko wapi, uliolewa? And then I saw there was a WhatsApp group I was added in, and then people were saying Maxi aliolewa, and then she has kids, and I was looking at the people in this WhatsApp group like, aren't you the same people I called when things were tough? Aren't you the same people I called? As in, I was like, why would people try to show up only when you're becoming better, but when you needed the family members? I'm talking about people. I'm talking about my mom's sisters. I'm talking about the people who are supposed to be there for my cousins. I'm talking about the people who are supposed to be there for me as their child, as their cousin, as their niece, as their niece. So sometimes the people who you should stand with are the people who came as friends but ended up as a family. And believe you me, I am not making this video to like criticize my family or to criticize any of your families. But truth be told, sometimes you need to stick with the people who are there, whether they were blood or not. Because sometimes family sucks. Sometimes they do. And look at me today. By the way, let me not lie to you. I have very few contacts of family members on my phone. And there are people who will call me today. They'll call me in the next maybe 4 months, and I'll ask them, ni nani? Like, who is it? Because I'm asking myself, what do you want from me? Like, what on earth do you want from me? Because if you need, because some of them be like, niaje mtu amefukuzwa shule uko na 1k, I'll send, but that I'll delete their number at that particular moment. Because I know in future, if I need 100 bob, I will not get it from these people. In future, when I need even emotional support, I'll not get it from these people. That is me. Tell me about your story, or tell me about, if by then, if you want me to do a topic, or maybe a part 2 or a topic on family, you just do give me that comment. I mean, put it on the comment section. Alafu make sure I'll make sure that I tell that story and we talk about it. And also tell me about your struggle with your family members, and what is this one thing that they did and you're like, me and family, we are done. Like, we're never doing this shit ever again. Sawa sawa. So thank you all so much. Today I've been a little bit serious because I feel like we need to talk about these things so that people can feel better about themselves. Don't be out there dying for people who do not care about you. If somebody came into your life, they became family, stick with that person. Blood may be thicker than water, it's really than juice, than alcohol, we don't care. As long as that person was there for you, stick with that person. Sawa sawa. Thank you all so much. Yeah, thank you, Maxi Daniel, the pen here. We are all over, and we love you like sana, and we hope to see you next time. Bye.